Mitchell,
Here.
Nichols,
Here.
Schneider,
Here.
Thompson,
Here.
Yepes Gomez.
Here.
Okay, have a full house. Tonight, we'll move on to D.
We have a public hearing for the property tax levy for the fiscal year 27 budget.
Okay, I call this public hearing open at 5:01 PM. Do we have staff review?
Good evening, Diana Steiner, Finance Director. So earlier in January and February, when we were talking about property tax, we were going over the different rates. And so just wanted to go over these again. So the taxable valuations for non-debt service is $970 million for fiscal year 27. The consolidated general fund, that's what we use for our operating budgets. We increased over 3%, so therefore we had a 1% deduction, the way the state calculates this. So our overall growth was 2.61% that we could actually collect on. The maintenance, operation and maintenance of public transit, the council decided to raise that up by 25 cents. So it went from 40 cents to 65 cents. That's with utilities. Liability insurance, we budgeted a 10% increase for that. Support of local emergency management, this is now levied by the county, so we don't have any dollars in there. And then our employee benefits, which includes police and fire retirement, FICA and IPERS, and other employee benefits such as health insurance. And then we have capital projects, which is 67.5 cents per thousand. And then we have our debt service, which is general obligation bonds, the principal and interest payments for non-enterprise funds. And we kicked in about $3.3 million from local option sales tax to pull the rate down for debt service. So do you have any questions on any of this?
Your Honor, I probably do have a question. I just want to verify with Diana that the budget years proposed, is that including the increase where we set the levy at, or where we talked about it the last time we were here?
It's been $16 for a long time, but this
So is it
includes the $16.25.
That's what I needed to know. Thank you.
Do we have anything from the public?
Good evening, Council. Doris Kinnick, 2020 Catalina Place. A couple of things. We have not been $16 for a long time. I've been coming to city council meetings for the past couple of years, and I remember either Jeff or one of the other councilors were the ones that actually decided to come up with the $16, and it wasn't that long ago. Couple of questions. Have you looked at other insurance companies? Have you done your due diligence as far as looking at maybe a different policy or something like that? And do city employees pay anything for their insurance, for the health insurance? They do. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure on that. Thank you. So that was my big thing, is making sure that we have done our due diligence as far as insurance is concerned, to make sure that we have, like every year we look at our insurance and go, okay, can we do better? You go and do some research on that before you automatically raise our rates. So thank you.
Anyone else?
Lee Botter, 401 Orchard Drive. Good evening, Council and Mayor. Just want to address a couple issues. I'm blessed where I have homes in all the wards except Greg's. I don't have one in yours, Greg. And they're rental properties besides our own home. But I do know, when I went through all the numbers with the Iowans for tax relief formulas that they gave and calculators, that I need to budget higher. And so guess what? These numbers will be passed off to my renters, and then the other one for our home, I'm going to have to absorb it. I will let you know, at home, it's going to go up about $100 a month. I realize it's not just city. A big chunk of that is on the school district. I get that. But just overall, in my business, which is insurance, most of you guys know that, I do have a lot of clients coming in right now that are on limited incomes. Their incomes are not increasing. However, they're getting increases in taxes, they're getting increases in utilities, they're getting increases in health insurance, just everything. It's to the point that they sit at my desk, almost in tears, sometimes actually in tears, going, what gives? Am I going to have to shut a utility off? Am I going to have to not take a certain medication which sustains their life? That is a concern. The question I had about EMS is, I do know that tomorrow we're having the EMS meeting, at least that's my understanding, a joint meeting. I know that the county currently has that levied. The question I guess I have is, will that continue in the future, or will that come back to the city where there's an increase in what we need to have from the city taxes? I don't know that answer. That's a question I need to ask. Comparatively speaking, we are higher. I do own property in Wisconsin. My Wisconsin property, which is equivalent to one of my rentals here, it's about a third in Wisconsin, and that's in Wisconsin Dells. We did look. We did not buy property in Florida. We have looked, because eventually I'd like to retire where it's warm. Sometimes I don't like the cold weather. But we are looking in Jacksonville, Florida, and our property taxes down there with better amenities. We don't have the potholes to deal with. We don't have all of the other issues. Taxes down there are a third of what I'm paying in Marshalltown, Iowa. When I've shared that with my cousin and when I've shared that with her friends, they're like, there is no way that you're paying that much. So I sent them my tax bill, and they're like, oh, good Lord. So I realize it's not necessarily just city. A lot of it goes back to the school. I'm not going to say county, but I'm going to say school. But please keep that in mind. The people that need relief are the people who are limited incomes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeremy Atkins, 2101 East Nevada Street. I know you guys haven't seen me for a while, but I just don't understand, you know, these property taxes keep going up, but I just want someone to investigate my property. So after the derecho went through, I lost my building. I built the building the same size. It went from $8,000 to $41,000 a year for just that one property. And I did comparisons to other properties that are twice my size, and no one pays anywhere close to what I pay. And why? I just want to know why.
I will tell you that the assessment on your property is done by the county.
I know, I just wanted to bring that up to you guys. Levies keep going up, and
Yeah.
and I understand. I do a lot for you guys, community,
You do.
and insane, and I feel like this, and I own a bunch of properties, this is the one I just want to somehow, someone help me and figure out why it's so much, but no one does. That's,
Have you filed an
Oh, yeah.
appeal?
yep, and it
Do you
just.
have your comparable proproperties to say here?
Yeah, and nothing gets done. I think they reduced it down $1,000 some it was when I had all that done. But if I built the same kind of building, and it sucks I lost the building, and then I get punished to put a brand new building same size, and it went up from 8,000 to 41,000 is crazy. I mean, but I don't know. If someone gets bored sometime, that's all I'm bringing it up. Look it up. If not, I'll just keep paying it. But I feel like it just keeps going up and up and up, and I buy these properties, I fix these things up, and I do that a lot. You see that, and then they skyrocket it up. You know, like the camper storage over there. I just put a fence around there and clean that up because I was tired of looking like trash. I don't even make enough money to pay my The property tax, I just did it because I was tired of looking like crap. I mean, where can it stop? That's all. So,
As I said, the county is
I'm going to
assesses
go there
on
tomorrow,
value.
but I just bring it up.
Yeah.
If you get bored, click on some stuff and see what you think too. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. Anyone else?
Good evening. My name is Lane. I live on 20 East State Street. I want to start by saying something that I know many of us feel. We all want Marshalltown to run better. We want smoother streets. We want safer neighborhoods. We want faster snow cleanup. We want a town that we can be proud of. But at the same time, we hear the complaints, and I make these complaints myself from time to time. Why are my taxes going up? Why does the city need more money? How come things still need fixing? The problem is that both of these feelings are true at the same time. Every year, the county raises home values. This year, they went up a little over 4% across the city. That means people pay more in taxes even if the city didn't raise the rate at all. So yes, people feel squeezed, and that deserves to be acknowledged. But the city is feeling squeezed too. The city's costs are going up, and in many cases rising faster than home values. The cost of running Marshalltown keeps rising. Utilities and fuel rise about 2 to 3% a year nationwide. City insurance rises about 3% a year. Buses, vehicles, equipment, often 4 to 6% increases. And the city's own memo confirms these costs are all climbing. So here's the simple version. The price of running our town is going up just like the price of everything else. And if we want Marshalltown to do more, or even keep doing what it's doing now, we have to face that. To put this in perspective, the tax rate was set at 16.0 in 2023. If it had simply kept up with basic inflation, it would be closer to 17.3 today. If it kept up with city costs, wages, insurance, and utilities, it would be closer to 18.0. But the city's not asking for 17, and it isn't asking for 18. It's asking for 16.25. That's still about 10% below what inflation alone would justify. And just to be clear, that extra 0.25 doesn't go to frivolous spending. It goes towards keeping up with insurance, utilities, wages, and replacing worn-out equipment. These are the bare minimum needs for a healthy community. It goes towards It's going towards nothing flashy, nothing optional, just the basics. If we're honest with ourselves, when we look around town, we can see the signs of tight budgets, roads that need more attention, staff that stretch thin, old equipment, and repairs that keep getting put off. The truth is, Marshalltown has been running on the bare minimum for a while. And given that, the fact that the city staff have held things together this well is impressive. But it's not sustainable forever. So here's the heart of the matter. We say we want a safer town. We say we want better roads. We say we want reliable city services. But wanting more means funding more. If we want our town to grow, we have to help it grow. Nobody likes paying more, but as the old saying goes, you get what you pay for. We can't ask the city to fix problems without giving it the tools and the funding to fix them. This increase is about keeping Marshalltown running and giving it the chance to better meet the needs of our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Tim Bradbury, 12 North 10th Avenue. I don't have a lot to say, but I'm concerned when I get family members working at Lennox and they're down to 4-day work weeks. And I'm entering the senior citizen stage of collecting Social Security pretty soon and different things that were on limited budgets. I'm fortunate that I'll be able to have a little extra from 401 or IPERS or whatever. But just, I understand, I wish we could have everything we want. But please remember, we don't know how long Lennox will last on their situation. And I fear the worst because it seems like it's been coming on. They need sales, and sales ain't out there right now. But to remember, those people on limited incomes and 4-day work weeks, they're not going to like this increase, and they're going to remember who voted for it and who didn't. And again, just keep it as tight as you can and I know you're trying to do the best you can, but please remember the ones that's on that limited income.
Thank you, Tim. Anyone else? Okay. Do we need a motion on this? No action. Okay, seeing no comments, we will close the public hearing at, oh, I missed you.
Linda Clark, 306 South 2nd Avenue, where I'm happy to say that I have lived there. And as everything is going up for the city, so are things going up for me. And there are a lot of persons my age that are on a limited income. And when we have property that I'm proud to say I own, we have to pay insurance costs that are rising. The stuff at the compost pile, I have a load ready to go down there, I have to pay. But people over in Tama get to do it for free. And so when the tornado hit in 2018, I was told, since I was repairing the house to what it was when it got hit, that the stuff wouldn't be going up. And so everything keeps going up. We all would like to have everything, but I'm not moving. People think I need to go into senior citizen living, downsize, not happening. I like the train horns. My dad retired from the 1908 building there. So every time I see east and west going side by side, and I know when they are repairing the tracks. And those horns are not going to stop in my lifetime. But thank you all. Just remember, we all have costs. Thank you.
Thank you. Last call for comments. Okay, I call the meeting closed at 5:18 PM. Thank you. Hey, Lee. Lee. I hear what you say about other states, their property taxes.